Today marks 1213 days sharing lessons I've learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today's want to speak about really focusing on one thing and focusing that on one thing and one thing only. I think a lot of times we want to have so many different things, complex things, put so many different things in a plate. But I think that when we remove all the things from our plate and we have only one thing to focus on, we're able to achieve much better results. So today we'll share those things in personal development and personal growth that really requires to focus on one thing. Because when you actually achieve expertise, when you are expert beyond and above, so that means when you measure yourself in that area from 1 to 10 and you reach that 9 or 10, at that moment you're able to diversify your time, you're able to allocate to other things. But I think that to break through in life, in success, we need to achieve that 9, that 10 expertise. Because a lot of times I think that what we do, including myself, I'm not any different, is that we work on developing a skill set or developing something to 5, 6, but that is average. We don't want to be average. If we want to break through, we need to get very good, expert level, excellent. And today we'll focus on what are those things, what are those areas we need to focus on one thing until we get super good at it. So number one is core skill mastery. So what is that one core skill set? And of course, the best could be that of our passion and ability to make money that is really combines. Because sometimes we can really be very passionate about something, but if there is no chance to make any money, any significance with that skill set, why to develop that? So it means we become major and minor thing. But when you really combine something that you potentially could be passionate about, you develop the skill set, and you're able to really make money, at that moment you make enough money to really do anything that you want. So being able to focus on one thing until you become so good at it that people are willing to pay. Because I love the saying that at the beginning you do a lot of work, and then people know who you are, and basically your brand pays for you. Because sometimes you're not able to get paid until you get work, but sometimes it's much easier down the road because your expertise speaks for you as well. So your brand, and that means you're not able to build brand until you reach that expertise level. Otherwise we will be wasted in that mediocrity where most people are. Number two is daily habits. Again, this is the one thing that's we sometimes looking, okay, I need to read this one, I need to do this one, I need to do this one, there's 20 things that we need to do in during the day, but we actually look into what do I need today? What do we need in this season of our life? Because different seasons requires different habits, and focus on one, two, three, like one key habit that you're able to really perform every single day. I think that's a lot of times we're able to build something around it, but at least one that key habit. What is that one core habit that elevates you to new heights? Because every single person has different. It doesn't matter like what that is. What I found is that most successful have one thing, and that's it. You don't need 10, 12. I think that when some people have like 5, 6, 7 things in that they do, at some point really that takes away their time to really do the things that matters. Because I think that the most important part is doing the thing that is important, that really moves you forward. But what is that one habit that really puts you above and beyond, really prepares you to really make things happen? Number three is mentorship. I think this is very important because what we have a tendency to be looking for different kind of advice, especially when you're starting. I think that the best advice to everyone who is starting is finding one mentor and one mentor only. Because what I have seen so many times is that people who want to procrastinate, what they do, they go to one mentor, ask question, and they know that other person will give some other advice, so they go to other person. And now those two mentors contradict that information, and that person stays in that log. This person said this one, and this person, I don't know what to do. That's the worst thing that you're able to do to yourself, to really ask question, the same question to do two mentors. And it might be that they just coming from different angle, and that's why they have different perspective, because they're coming from different understandings. But You need to understand where you at and what kind of mentor you could be aligned the most right now, and go and follow just one advice. And when you get reasonable results, at that moment you're able to diversify and ask for more advice from different people. But at the beginning, until you really get some results, better not to really distract yourself from too many advice, because at the beginning the most important part is taking action. Get feedback, taking action. Get feedback, getting action. Get feedback, getting action. When you want to get that 1%, at that moment you're able to really look for other coaches who are able to give some tips and nibbles that you're able to get to above and beyond. But at the beginning, one mentor and one mentor only for one specific niche. Of course, you can have 10 mentors, but they will be focused on total different things. One on health, one on finances, one on relationships, but not like three on, or you have 10 mentors and all know about like physics, about physicality. No, like you want to have 10 mentors, different aspects. I'm not looking for other coaches in the same niche. Number four is philosophy of life. And that's like mindfulness, stoicism, minimalism. What is your philosophy of life? I think that's when we have too many philosophies, we can really be, because it becomes difficult to make decisions. But when we want to really start moving and really make things happen, especially at the beginning of our careers, especially at the beginning to truly move and break through in life, what do we need to do? We need to have one philosophy and one philosophy only. Because when you have this one philosophy, we have your values, your beliefs, and everything that's aligned with that philosophy, you make decisions very fast. And you make decisions very fast, you'll be able to act very fast, and then you're able to reach another level. Because when you reach another level, when you have finance in place, when you have emotional state in place, when you have so many different things in place, you're able to allocate more time, more resources in creating new things. But at the beginning, one philosophy to make sure that our decision making process are as fast as it could be. Number five is fitness focus. Again, at the beginning, especially when there's so many things could go is bad. Is maybe diet is wrong, like you like physicality is wrong. Like there's so many things with your health might be wrong, and focus on one thing and one thing only. For example, I love like for example like when I used to take a break from exercise or have some kind of injury, and then you come back, I used to charge very small. And after it's interesting thing that because when you start very small, after 2 weeks you get excited because already 2 weeks you get more motivation because you have small win. You have more motivation to add something. But I truly believe when you want to think about the health as well as fitness, starting small. The smaller you start, the easier it is to continue. And continue, you proud of yourself. It's much easier to add things. Because I think that a lot of times people fail because they put everything, nutrition, exercises, like five times a week, and that overwhelms people. They muscles isn't hurting, like everything is hurting, and they just quit. But when you start 5 minutes a day, then 7 minutes a day, then 10 minutes a day, then 12 minutes a day, then 15 minutes a day, then 25 minutes, it's easy transition. I truly believe in incremental improvements and focusing on one thing and one thing only with fitness as well. The last one is that having that one main vision. I think a lot of times people we get stuck in life because we're still choosing between two visions. I would love to be this kind of person, and I would love to be this kind of person. And now, like we do half of our day to achieve one vision, and half of the day to achieve one vision. Or the same with goals. We have one long-term goal. This is really major goal, and all other goals supposed to fall under that umbrella of that major goal. Because a lot of times what we do again, we have a one major goal, and we have some goals that is outside of that umbrella. So that means you pursue, achieve that goal, but this goal doesn't allow you to get closer to that major goal. So that means that you understand, okay, I have one vision, I have one major goal, and I allow those smaller goals be under this umbrella of that major goal. But now when start seeing have a couple umbrellas and there's a lot of goals are under those umbrellas, now your time, your resource, your energy, everything is separated into two. And of course, results will not be the same. So, especially at the beginning, again, as I said, that especially at the beginning, when you do not have like big success to show, is always choosing one goal, one vision, and one direction and moving to that direction. And when you achieve that, you're able to really have financial abundance. And when you have abundance in all other resources, you're able to diversify yourself and do multiple things. But at the beginning, one of the key aspects of succeeding is being able to focus on one thing and one thing only. So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.